Because I want to get real. And I feel like this has been just such a week where I've been reminded over and over and over and over about how we get to choose our beliefs, and like, are the beliefs that I have really even actually kind of sort of serving me? Like, is that an actual thing? Right. So I thought, you know what? This is just such a good opportunity to, like, let's dive into this, right? Like, let's chat all things beliefs, because whatever you believe, you are, you have. Okay. You can never outsmart your beliefs, not permanently, at least. You can do it intermittently, think you're tricking yourself. But remember, it's always the thought behind the thought. And if you think that you're fooling yourself into believing something you really don't, then it's not going to go the way that you actually want it to, or the way you're trying to control it. That's what it comes down to for me. I don't know if that resonates with you at all, but like for me, it's like trying to get my finger on everything, right? Because that's the part, it's the part that we want others to see, right? And that's where some people say to me, that's not true, because I get to decide my beliefs. And then they can argue that there's like two parts of each of us, right? So there's the part that we perceive ourselves to be, and then there's the part which is like the part we let everybody else see, and then there's actually who we really are. Right? But the thing is, and we see this all the time, people that have tried to trick other people into thinking, yes, this is who I really am. And maybe they've told themselves long enough that this is who I really am, and they're starting to believe it, but it's actually not who they really are. Do you get what I'm saying? And you can just, like, they ooze inauthenticity. Is that a word? Yeah, that's a word. They ooze it. You can feel it. We are designed to feel fake. Feel other people's fake, right? It's all energy. So this might be true, but what I think we can all agree on is that who we really are, and what we really believe we are, and what we can be and do and have, that's where the results come from. That's what's sustainable. That's what keeps on happening over and over and over again. It's our truth, and the truth always finds its way out. So if this is true, can you imagine how important it is for you to become uber aware and pay super close attention and take a really close look at your beliefs? Think about it. When you are looking at your life, right? Our life is a reflection of what we believe to be possible in our world, right? So step one, first thing you got to do is like have a goal. And we talk about goals all the time, right? You got to know where you like see yourself going, right? And if you see yourself stuck in Groundhog Day forever, then that's where you're going to be. But I know, because every single human has the desire for more. We are literally here to create, and you either create or you disintegrate. Okay, so you have to have a goal. You have to, and not just like a real life, something that lights a fire under your ass and like gets you going. Okay, and once you have that, this is where you can then upgrade your beliefs to match where you want to be currently and in the future. And if you don't, you're going to remain stuck. Anybody know that feeling? Maybe you haven't put a word to the feeling that you're feeling. It's stuck. It doesn't feel good. But that's where you stay if you don't upgrade your beliefs. Beliefs aren't static like we believe they are when we're children, right? So like static thought is something that we see in which when children believe that the world is unchanging, right? They believe that how things are in the present is how they're always going to be. And then as you get older, you're exposed to different ways of being, and you know that nothing's static, right? As we grow and experience more, we learn that the world is constantly changing. But yet we hold on to the same beliefs that we were given as children. And this causes a lot of friction, right? And it's leaving us stuck and in fear of change and less fulfilled. Because we're not meant to hang out and idle in the same spot over and over again. We're not meant to not live out our full purpose, our full potential. And anybody else follow Deepak Chopra? Love Deepak, so good. And he says that static belief is like a microchip, sending out the same signal over and over and over and over again, because that's how it was programmed. The process is automatic. It just keeps sending it out. But you always have the option to unplug that chip, unplug the USB, unplug the thing, right? And change the programming. You need to unplug yourself. Hit the off switch and just start the reprogramming. It's so essential. This is why it's important to ask yourself just some really serious questions about your beliefs so that you can then move forward to a higher self, the person you are meant to be. And it's never too late to do this, ever. If you try to accomplish something beyond your level of belief, your mind will automatically create ideas or reasons to justify why it can't be done. And then those ideas will continue to flow, right? Until you just abort mission, abandon ship. You have to see where you're going and then look at what do you currently believe that's holding you back from getting there? You have to identify those things. And don't worry, I'm gonna talk you through this for just a hot second. Because on the other hand, when a person or even a group, we see this in workplaces too, right? Where it's like you ask somebody, well, why do we do it this way? Well, that's the way we've always done it. Well, is the way we've always done it helpful now? No, stop it. Let's do it differently, right? We see this in people and in groups, right? And in families even, right? Where they believe something can be done in their mind and they'll automatically begin creating ideas that will kind of pave the path for it to happen. Do you guys ever hear the story about, I don't even know where it's from. I probably read it somewhere or heard it from somebody, I don't know. But it was a child went up to their mom who was like cooking a ham, right? And noticed that she was cutting the ends off the ham before she put it in the oven. And they said, Mom, why do you cut the ends off? Like, just curious. And she said, I don't know. That's just the way my mom always did it. So the kid went to his grandma and said, Grandma, why do you cut the ends off the ham? And the grandma said, I don't know. That's just the way my mom always did it. So fortunately, great grandma was still alive. Goes to great grandma. Why do you cut the ends off the ham? And she said, well, I could never fit it into my pan to put it in the oven if I didn't cut the ends off. So even though now their mom had a bigger pan that would fit the whole ham, they're still cutting the ends off because that's the way it's always been done. Was the belief true for the great grandma? Yes, that's the way she had to do it. Is it true now? No. And yet we still do it. Guys, reprogramming your beliefs, that's the secret. Right? It all starts with changing your beliefs that were formed long ago. These are what we call your paradigm, right? But your paradigm doesn't change itself. You have to change it. But so many people say, but like, I don't even know where to start. And it's uncomfortable, right? Because your paradigm's controlling you 96% of the time. To get started, you have to think about what you believe about all things in your life, and even a good place. I always tell people, start thinking about something simple. What do you think about people your age, your gender, in your family, where you live, the part of the world that you live in, what jobs you guys have had in the past? Consider if you believe, do you believe like your best days are ahead of you? And how much money you really believe you can make in a year, or prosperity, or whatever you want. These aren't too deep, right? And the answers can come simply. I can tell you, when I was like, I remember my mom being my age, and I remember thinking she was really old. I remember thinking that. I'm thinking, damn, my mom's old. Maybe I didn't say damn. Maybe I did, actually. It was me. In my head, I probably said it. Right? But like, now, obviously, that I'm my age, I disagree with this, right? But what do you believe? It's super simple. Now look at and ask yourself, where did those beliefs come from? Who originated them? Is there any foundation to them? And you might find this, particularly, this is like a really good question to ask yourself with regards to money. So many people have money blocks. Money is dirty. Money doesn't grow on trees. Money doesn't, people that have money are gross, blah, 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 blah. Right? Where did those even come from? Who said that to you? Was it true? No. Do you still believe it? Yeah, probably. If you're living in lack and poverty and limitation, 100% you have money blocks. I don't even need to know you, and I can tell you have money blocks. And don't worry, you're not alone. You're not alone. So many people do. You have to understand, you were born a blank slate without any beliefs. And then your parents and grandparents and teachers and siblings and cousins and whoever raised you spoke these beliefs into you, right? Into your mind at a young age. And you've been living your life by them ever since. It doesn't make them true. Just like the ham, it was their story then. It doesn't make it true now or true anymore. Or maybe just not true to you as it was to them, right? There's no blame. Like, it's not right or wrong what our, how we were raised, whatever. I honestly believe we're all just doing the best we can with our current level of awareness. But you get to upgrade your awareness anytime you want. Everyone is doing the best they can, right? But look at the beliefs. Are they serving you? Are they productive? Are they causing you to thrive in your life? Pull out one of your beliefs and feel. You'll know, is it negative and not serving you? So I want you to do that. Like, seriously, do it. Take out a pen and paper, grab one of your beliefs, ask if it's serving you. I want you to take that negative belief and I want you to replace it with a positive one. So let me give you an example, okay? Maybe when you looked at your beliefs about the people around you, your own age, your belief or story was, when I reach a certain age, my health starts to decline. Because maybe that's what happened to you when you were little, and maybe you watched a parent or a grandparent or whatever, their health decline. Is it true? No. No, it's not. My own mentor, Bob Proctor, is 86 years old, maybe 87 now. I forget what birthday we just had. He's really old. His body is really old, but man, whoo! He's decided and completely redefined for himself what an 80-something-year-old looks like. That's hashtag life goals right there. Right? And I can honestly say, up until I spent so much time with him, I had a story in my head on what 80-year-olds look like. That story is now changed, right? But think, it was told to you or shown to you at a young age and you made it your truth. And maybe you've experienced it over and over and it's proven itself through the years with relatives or whatever, but it still doesn't make it the truth. Okay, so I want you to write down what you'd like to believe about your age. Maybe you're saying, I'm ... years old. I thought I would be, maybe I thought I would be married by now, or I thought I would have kids by now, or I thought I would be finished school by now, or I thought I would be blah, 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 whatever the story is that's not serving you, because all of it is BS and you know it. That is not the truth. So write it down. Write what you want to believe about your age. Because the new belief might be, let's go back to the health one. I will be vibrant and healthy until the day I die. Can you tell I have that goal? So good. How much better does that belief feel? So good, right? Now, what if you actually believed that? What if it wasn't just, okay, Dylan, I get it. I wrote down what I want to believe. What if you actually believed it? What would that change in your life? The way you approach situations right now, your confidence, your willingness to take on new adventures, new challenges. What would it take to make this belief part of who you are? Ingrained into your subconscious, that you are breathing it, you are in love with it. You need to start creating an affirmation that is inspired by what you actually want. And always start your affirmations with, I'm so happy and grateful now that. Okay, so in this case, I'm so happy and grateful now that perfect health is my divine. I claim it now. And then you repeat that affirmation at least twice a day. You fall in love with the idea, because right now, you're emotionally involved. You are in love with the wrong idea, one that is not serving you. And again, you could do this with anything. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's, retirement. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe you're trying to attract your soulmate, which I've helped people do, by the way. It's so good. You can do anything with this. You can attract anything in, but you have to know what you want, and you have to have your beliefs match it, period. Then when you find yourself feeling, in the example of health, maybe you're afraid of poor health, you can then pause, ask yourself the question, what feeling do I actually want here? And be honest. No one would say they want to feel scared or hopeless or shame or one of the other negative polarity things that we can feel, right? Yet they do because of their paradigm. And then they continue to bring it on themselves over and over and over and over and over and over. And then every day you wake up and you're in this kind of like shitstorm of shame. But you can change it. You might not think you can, but you can. This is how you hear people that have the most horrendous trauma stories from when they were younger or from yesterday, right? And now they are thriving. You have to affirm what you want, right? And this can be the same process, whether again, it could be a job, a relationship, or whatever, but stop settling because you don't know better. Repeat to yourself a different story, one that serves you, not one that doesn't. And then as this new level of awareness grows, you're going to prove to yourself that it works. Like this secret. Like if you believe you're going to be sick, you're going to be sick. If you believe you're going to be healthy, you're going to be healthy. There's so many stories out there. And I honestly, like, I can say my own mom is like a huge success story of like, there's like on paper, no reason why she should be alive right now. None. But you know what? She has like the mindset of a goddess. It's incredible. That's 100% why she's still alive. That woman knows how to use her will. She knew what she wanted, and whether she knew what she was doing or not, right? It's exactly it. You have to ignore your current situation and act as though with your goal achieved. It's the only way. And when it comes to health, for example, we aren't our body. Again, whole nother topic. We aren't our body, we live in our body. Okay? So everything that happens to our body, we've attracted into it. I know some people don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. It's the way it works. Everything that's happened to our body, we've attracted it in. If you have a headache, you created that headache. Opposite of that is you can get rid of it. Like with your thoughts. Oh, cool, right? But you have to tell yourself, you have to believe the right things. If you were telling yourself, I don't want to feel scared and helpless about aging and my health, it's not doing me any good, you're still going to get more of that. You need to affirm what you do want. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm in perfect health and it is my divine right and I claim it now. And take action to reinforce that belief. That is key. Meditate, read, do something that promotes your health, eat real food, move your body every day. All the things that we know will help to keep you healthy. Every time you remind yourself that sickness and disease do not have a part of your reality, you are reinforcing that new belief. You are activating the new belief's power for what you actually want. And it gives positive emotions, positive behaviors, and positive behaviors lead to positive results. And you have to do this over and over and over and over until it's changed. Cool, right? Do you believe me? What do you expect? Because you will get what you expect every single time. Expectation creates your reality. Each of your beliefs is influenced by a bunch of different life experiences, good and bad. When you take charge and start to build those positive beliefs, you have the power to then shift your reality into whatever you want. Have you guys heard Jim Carrey tell the story about what he did before he was Jim Carrey? I love this story. He actually drove up to Mulholland Drive in California. It's home of like some of the most exclusive, super expensive homes in the world. He parked his car and he would say to himself, he did this multiple times, I already have all of this. I just haven't accessed it yet. And he wrote himself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered. He worked hard to develop and become better at his craft. And not too many years later, he was actually paid $10 million when he did, it was actually Dumb and Dumber. My favorite movie ever. So I love this story because it relates back to my favorite movie. It's brilliant, right? Jim Carrey's belief helped him to move in the direction of his dreams. So when you begin to change your paradigm by choosing new beliefs, that's what you're doing too. So check your beliefs. Are they true? And this isn't a rhetorical question. It's so important that you take time to evaluate what you want so that you can be more, do more, have more, because you're meant to. We're not meant to live in lack and poverty and limitation. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Napoleon Hill, so brilliant. It takes no more effort to live in poverty than it does to live in wealth and abundance. No one's ready for a thing until they believe that they can acquire it. The state of mind must be belief and not mere hope or wish. End quote. It's kind of a butchered quote, but you get what I'm saying. If you want more money, become aware of your beliefs on what's blocking you from the flow of money in your life. If you want to be more creative, ask yourself where you got the belief that you're not creative. And remember that you are expressing yourself creatively every moment of every day. If you want a love life, a partner, take a close look at what you think and feel about yourself, like worthiness and self-image. Again, you can't trick your self-image. Our beliefs about anything are based on an evaluation. And the nice part is we can reevaluate anytime we want. All you have to do is say, am I getting the results I want? No, reevaluate. Next. You need to analyze your beliefs one at a time because you have like a crap ton of them. As you do this, you find that many of your strongest convictions, the things that you were so adamant about, have they're not even true. They have no warrant. And you'll realize that some of these beliefs were like absolutely ridiculous. Kind of like the ham. Right? And as you get rid of these beliefs that aren't serving you, you get to then begin to evaluate who you truly are. You will find yourself looking at your beliefs in a different way. Your goal will grow and change. And the truth is you can do anything, but you have to believe it first. Without belief, it's just not going to happen. I can tell you that right now. I don't even know you. Not like you know you. Thoughts are things. The thoughts you internalize set up a vibration. The vibration causes an action. The action causes a reaction. And the reaction or action creates your result, period. You have to believe you can. It is no more effort required to aim high in life, to demand abundance and prosperity, than it is required to accept misery and poverty. So what are you up for? At the end of the day, tomorrow, you're going to be a whole day older. Next week, you're going to be a whole week older. We are every single day trading our lives for something. Are you trading your life for what you believe in? Are you working towards something? Do you have it set in your mind? Because man, being stuck is real. Feeling like you want more out of life is real. Why continue to struggle to play small when you can believe that you can have it all that you want? Because you can. And I'm not just saying that. I'm proof of it. But you have to grow beyond the beliefs that you're currently holding. So cool, right? I love it. So I actually have a free masterclass coming up next week, and it's all on this. This is what we're doing. We are going to shift your paradigm. It's called solutions, not resolutions. Because this is the game changer, okay? Do yourself a solid. It's a free masterclass, free coaching for you. Show up. Even if you can't be there live at 9:30 in the morning, we're going to be here. So just come here. Facebook, Instagram, just come here. 9:30 till 10:30, Monday through Friday. If you can't show up live, register. You'll get emailed the links every single day so you can rewatch it. But I'm only going to keep it posted for a week, okay? If you can't catch up with it within a week, man, you're not going to do it. Your paradigm's winning. Don't let it win. There's no reason. Like, I'm literally, if you're here right now, if you stuck out watching this, you have to know that you're here for a reason. You have to know that you saw this and heard this and it resonated with you for a reason. Period. You are meant to hear this. I'm just the messenger of this universal knowledge. So join me next week. Register. We'll put the link in the comments here. Register. You'll get the workbook. And then just work through it a week. Okay? Thanks, Stacy. Stacy's got to post it for you. Okay? You guys are incredible. And you are built for brilliance. I can't express that enough.